Conspiracy Chaos. My name is RGB. Joining me as always, got my co-host Area 51 Anthony in the building. What up, Ant?
What is going on, RGB? What are you how you doing this evening? You all right?
I'm good, man. I'm good. We're gonna bust out a live here real quick. Florida Mike is here and there and here and there. He's a little choppy with the
He's a
internet
little bit
signal.
everywhere.
You're talking all that shit about Bill Gates. Now he ain't got no Wi-Fi. But here's Florida Mike in the building. What up, Mike? Well, Florida Mike's here. Oh shit. He's here in spirit. He'll be jumping on with us when he can hear us. He'll probably just chop in and
Hi.
start. There we go.
Hi.
Oh god.
Yeah, so not the best service for Florida Mike, but we decided to do a live here tonight. Been a
Yeah,
while. Shout out to the homie Riley from Midwest Mythos podcast um, in the comments. But yeah, gonna talk. We got a couple things to talk about. Hit some current events. Want to kind of recap what we talked about the last live we did with the missing scientist. What's the number up to now, man? I think you said 16,
no,
15,
14,
16.
14. No, not 16 quite. Yeah, I think it's like 14, but I mean it's a lot of so you had a couple guys that were from Ancient Aliens and then a couple
That was
guys.
strange. That was
Yeah.
really strange.
So like between them and then all the other big US scientists and the NASA guys, I mean, might be up to 15, 16, but yeah, it's pretty wild shit, man. Pretty wild shit. I'm Area 51 amp, but I know nothing. I know nothing, man. Don't be
So
me.
the one thing that was pretty crazy, Maverick posted it. I'm trying to see if I can find it real quick. But remember the guy with the Cybertruck in the Vegas in front of the Trump Hotel in Vegas? It just blew up about a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
Well, that dude allegedly had something to do with he was talking about propulsion and something to that extent. And now all these people who have gone missing have had something related to like the propulsion um part of NASA and Los Alamos and S4. So I don't know. It's a fucking pretty interesting coincidence. I can't fucking find it, of course, when I'm looking for it. They probably scrubbed it. They scrub everything. It's there for a day and then it's gone. But yeah, they're all tied to propulsion. Every single one of them is tied to the propulsion. I mean, some of this stuff, the more you look into it, it's even crazier, dude. It's literally even crazier. Why they like? How many times have you guys? Let me ask you this: how many times have you guys left your house without your keys, phone, wallet? You know what I mean?
Never.
That's like when you leave the house. Those are three. Got my keys, got
Yeah.
my phone, got my
Hardly
wallet.
ever.
Right? Good, right? That's like what we
Mhm.
say when we leave. These folks are leaving without their like everything. They're just tossing it up out the door, never to be seen again. One I was listening to a podcast earlier, and they were talking about how the one lady went missing, and she was in contact with her daughter for like half the day, and then the contact stopped. The father started freaking out and couldn't get in contact with her. When they found her phone was completely scrubbed, like back to reset settings. Like, come on, who's had the
This last
capability
guy
of
was
doing
Super
this?
suspect.
this last guy was
My
found.
question is,
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Mike.
no, okay. I was gonna say I don't know if I'm like delayed or whatever, but what I thought was weird is how come there's only like one of the scientists where they just leaked a bunch of videos of her talking, like spilling the beans. How come there was only one where they focused on that?
I don't know.
That one
I
girl,
was,
right? And she was out there multiple times saying
Yeah.
like, yeah, well, I'm not gonna kill myself or
mm-hmm.
anything like that.
Yeah.
And of course, she comes up unalived.
Well, that was just like that
Yeah.
guy
Like
from
why they highlight her?
Mm.
the guy from Ancient Aliens.
Go ahead.
Fuck was his name? Um, he was talking about it too. He's just saying how creepy it is that all these people are coming up missing, and he would never do anything to himself and blah blah blah. And here we are.
It's just too. So
But
Ant,
why?
let's look up a couple names real quick. The one that's the most important is this William Neal McCaslin, MCCASA or ASLAND.
Hold
He's
on a minute.
the leader of the pack.
The
He's the
general.
one. Yeah, yeah. I think he's the one with the most security clearance, government clearance, all that shit. So there's the whole
What was this? I'm sorry. I was
William Neal McCaslin, MCCASLAND.
we got it.
He's the big one that went missing that
Yeah,
really
and
started national security issues.
4 or 5 of those scientists worked under him. They worked together on multiple things.
Trying to pull up
I
the
know
chart.
Project Looking Glass was
He went
one.
to United States Air Force Academy, bachelor science degree in astronautical engineering, military career. Where does it say?
Yeah, he's the one. He's one of them
Recipients.
that
Here we go.
he went missing. He just went for a hike and never came back.
February 2026, according to Albuquerque Jr., 68 McCassel was reported missing on Friday, February 27th, 2026, New Mexico. It's unknown what he was wearing. Due to his medical issues, law enforcement is concerned for his safety. Yeah, he's gone. His phone, prescription glasses, wearable devices were located at his residence. Yeah.
Prescription glasses.
Someone took his ass. Someone definitely
Hmm.
took him.
No
Crazy,
doubt.
man.
But why? Why take all these scientists? Like kill all these scientists? They're working on something huge. There's a lot of people, a lot of very intelligent people. The project is over, whatever it is.
So the job
I
is
would
done.
assume it's ready.
So the job is done.
Yeah.
So they don't need them anymore. So they're offing them.
But
Kind
what's
of
the
like,
job, though?
yeah.
Amy
Well,
Eskridge. Amy Eskridge was the girl we were just talking about.
Is it a
Um,
machine? Is it a machine to go through multiverses? Is it like what is it? Is it for aliens?
I mean,
Ant, I just sent you something to Upstate.
a lot of shit is coming out right now, isn't it?
A lot of shit. Propulsion. I think that they're getting ready to talk about extraterrestrials, ETs. I think it could be something to do with weapons. There's I'm gonna see if I can find. I did find it. I'll send it to you, Ant. I'll send it to the Upstate one. Um,
CERN just got turned on too recently.
Did it?
I did. I think the 27th of April. I think.
Yeah, Amy Eskridge.
yeah, she's the one who was making all the Instagram
Yeah,
posts
that
and
was. Yeah. And she was talking about how they can like go into the in and out of the future and something else in one of her videos.
But she
Where she
was
was doing an
talking.
interview with somebody.
She was talking about the future of it was
Like,
P-47 and P-52.
What are
It
they?
was they were us in the future. 50
there's videos in the chat.
47,000 or 47,000 or 4,700 years away. And then 52,000 years from now, what we would look like and shit. See if you can. I'm gonna see if I can find it in. I got you. But yeah, it was crazy, and it was like people and like how we would look, and like we were so like we still kind of looked like people, but we didn't look like people.
Are we hunched over from fucking looking at our phones and everyone being on their phones so much? We got a hunch. I heard that in another 50 years, we're all going to be hunched back and like have like a.
There you got me straight, and my shoulders out. See that?
Oh, legit. Oh, our postures are so bad from just being on our phone so much.
Oh, it's bad.
Like David Hicks, Frank Mywad.
Yeah, he was another one, but they all have connections to the anti-gravity. Let me see what I can pull up.
Isn't there supposed to be a time this summer that there's going to be no gravity for 7 seconds?
August 2nd or
Oh boy,
7th.
Yeah.
we're so fucked. Melissa Casillas, an administrative officer, security clearance, Los Alamos National Laboratory, missing since June 26th.
And
A
some of the
car,
ways that these people went missing is really the crazy
a
part.
car and belongings found at home, both personal and work phone factory reset before disappearance. Oh,
Mm-hmm. That's the one. That's the one who her daughter found the phone and it was on a reset.
it's crazy.
Nope,
Crazy.
pretty fucked.
Steven Garcia, missing since August 28th, 2025. Last seen on surveillance footage leaving his Albuquerque home on foot carrying a handgun, leaving behind his vehicles and personal effects.
Dude looks like he
Like,
is part of the
do you think
cartel.
do you think like some MK Ultra could be going on too? Like
I don't know
with these guys?
if it's MK Ultra or if it's. I think they're working on something that they're finished working on.
Yeah,
They
but
found
why? Like why would they? I mean, somebody. Why would somebody leave home without their phones? Like they had to have either been taken or have been in a rush to go somewhere fast, or have been, I guess,
like a rush to get out, like on the run, or a run in
yeah,
the sense of a
something
rush to.
disappear.
Yeah, oh, here it is. I think.
Jason Thomas, body found. See, a lot of these people, their bodies were actually found too. Body found 3 months
Yeah, the
after
pilot
search.
too, who's recent. I think they found his body as well.
And I'm gonna send you one. I don't have this. These are the pictures that um she said,
Right
and
here,
then I want to
let's
go
see
to the
here.
next slide I sent you.
Okay.
So she said that these what the P-47s and P-52s are. I'm trying to translate. It's in Spanish. There we go. According to scientist Amy Eskridge, these would be the secret photos of NASA, where it shows the beings as P-47s and P-52s, which means present plus 47,000 years and present plus 52,000 years, in which they would be ultra-terrestrial humans of the future and not extraterrestrial as we know it. Studies point who were rescued alive from the crash in Roswell in June 1947. So
You want to run the
is
first one here first?
no, I'll do the bottom one, the bottom one. That
Forty-seven
one.
thousand years. Like, why do you need to see that far ahead?
So that's what they're saying that what will look people will look like in 47,000 years plus
I
and
mean, to me, that's the fucking
52,000.
alien.
So okay, is this a time travel thing that we're seeing and not necessarily like we're saying we're all it's more interdimensional than it is actual like going other planet like aliens from outer space or other planets and maybe there is like Aquaman and there is like an Atlantis where creatures of the ocean is what we're seeing and they have crafts that's how they're fucking or there's the portals are in the ocean and that's why NASA
Yeah,
stopped
but
looking into it.
why do we need to see 47,000 years into the future, though? What is the fucking
That's
point?
that's what the government
You
wants
know,
to
it's
know.
47,000
creepy. Do you see
years.
this? Do you see this in the comments? The picture of what is this famous picture? The night something night or the famous painting? It's right in the It's right here, right in the next to.
That's not the comment that popped up next to it. The Van Gogh, is that what you're looking at? The
The
Van
Van
Gogh
is that
there.
is, yeah. What is that? What is that
It looks
picture
like
of? What is
a
that
it
painting?
looks like a beautiful Van Gogh, from what I see there. Ant.
I'm saying it looks just like one of these fucking aliens
One
from
of those creatures. Yeah,
what they were supposedly look like. It's kind of cool.
they tell us, man. They fucking tell us, dude.
Okay, man. You see
I'm
this? What we're
trying to.
really gonna look like?
47,000 years from now.
I don't think this planet will be here in 47,000 years.
Me neither. I think we're in big trouble. Big trouble. I think we're screwed even sooner. I'm trying to see. I want to find the video of her talking about it. Of course, they make it impossible to find.
In the chat.
No, I scroll pretty deep.
Scroll pretty deep. Didn't hear you that
Got
time, Mike.
it. Got it.
You found it? Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Let me remove this.
They look like
All right, here we go.
Are you aware that there are 8 forces of nature? 8. I can name them. Would you like me to name them?
Amy skips over gravitational, electromagnetic, and nuclear forces.
The 5th is arguably, contentiously, the Higgs.
That's not it.
No.
Is this the girl that disappeared though?
Yes.
It looks like her.
That's her. So
yeah, but this isn't the thing that you were looking for.
No. It's that same podcast interview though. It looks just like that.
Son of a.
I thought I had it. I could find it on my phone. So much easier, but I'm recording. It's all good.
It's all good, man.
It's crazy though to think that like there's literally 13 NASA or high level scientists with engineering, nuclear engineering degrees or whatever the fuck.
Nuclear capable. Yeah.
Yeah. And we can't figure out like where they went, why they're coming missing. Are they even looking into it? Like we don't even know if they're looking into it at this point either. You know what I'm saying? Like we've heard nothing. They just think it's random that someone was unalived by themselves with 2 I'm trying to be careful with YouTube, but 2 GS wounds to the head. That make no sense.
Or people are just leaving without their belongings, their house.
This is it.
It's like every other that tape driving anymore. You don't hear anything about the court. They do like the first 2 days, and you don't hear nothing else about it. It goes completely dark, and then you got all this stuff.
Yeah, choppy, Mike. Play this air. Yeah, can you hear him?
No.
Okay.
Eugene had it. Ken Wheeler, of course, katana wielding, time traveling Dan Cooper. And the 5th one is my dad, to independently discover anti-gravity. It's been independently discovered 4 other times. It has been suppressed every single fucking time. And he said, I don't think they're going to suppress it this time. He said, I think you're in the clear. They obviously know about you. He was like, if you haven't had a US government agent come to you and say, stop, shut the fuck up. If that hasn't happened, they're going to let you do it. My degree, I have a double degree in biology and chemistry. I did quantum chemistry and organic chemistry and inorganic. I almost finished a PhD in biotechnology. I was doing recombinant protein engineering. He told me that the US government would give me a shit ton of money to keep me from selling it to China. And so I called him and I'm like, can you refer me to an active US Army general, please, to talk about this transaction? And that killed the conversation. Radio silence. They fuck with me. I'm tired of it. Hal is actually extremely evil. He's very quiet. He listens more than he talks. Quiet and sweet and gentle like a nice old grandpa, but he's evil as fuck. There's multiple parties looking at each other like, is Amy not going to publish soon? Didn't we tell this bitch 3 years ago that we kill people for this? Is she not listening? So I have these 2 different scenarios floating constantly in my life where I have people being like, do it, do it, do it. You're the one. And then I have multiple people being like, they're going to kill you. Because you're a young woman, they're going to rape you before they kill you too. I have people breaking into my apartment, digging through my panty drawer so that I notice. Let me tell you, I'm in Huntsville, Alabama. We're the Rocket City. We're the biggest deal you've never heard of. Von Braun was here and we won the space race. We developed the Saturn V here. We won the space race here in Alabama, whether you've heard of it or not. I can tell you for a fact, so many prototypes. Only prototype built like this in the world. You turn it on the first time, it works exactly like you thought it would. You apply for more funding to test it, they cancel it. and melt it down for scrap metal and sell it. We could be on the moons of Jupiter if we had spent money differently. I can tell you the names of so many NASA scientists that are depressed and they want to kill themselves. Basically, there's a calamity. There's like a apocalypse scenario in the near future. It wipes out most of like everything. And there's the ones that go underground and survive. And then there's the ones that somehow stay on the surface and miraculously don't die. Extraterrestrial, extra implies that they're from somewhere else. Ultra-terrestrial, they're us from the future. They're from here, from the future. Have you heard of the P-52s and the P-47s? P-47 is present plus 47,000 years. P-52 is present plus 52,000 years.
That's the ones we just saw,
I can't even
guys.
describe it. It's crazy.
Yep. Shout out to Legions of Saints for getting that interview. Fuck. That's
so
dope.
she's missing, or was she found dead? She was found dead. It just said.
She was found dead.
That's wild. And they're saying she unalived herself.
Yeah. Here's another one where she's talking about some shit.
I mean, she does seem a little cuckoo bots.
Well, she's fucking scared for her life, and that's what they
They
want
all
you to
are.
think.
All geniuses are.
That's what they want you to think too, though, bro. That's the MO. Like, remember the conspiracy theory movie that you watched with Mel Gibson?
Mm-hmm.
They wanted him to be the crazy taxi driver, but that crazy fucking taxi driver was right. You know what? They wanted us to be all crazy, conspiracy theorists when it came to COVID and Trump's this and that. But guess what? Those were the people that were right about half the shit. And then, you kind of roll into the next topic I wanted to talk about. We'll roll into the current event thing is they came after Trump again at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, which makes a bigger push for the ballroom.
Ballroom, right?
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
That was totally staged. It's totally staged too, by the way.
Hey, look up who's building the White House ballroom. What company is building the White House ballroom?
What company?
But Maddie Lane in the house, boys. What's up? His episode just dropped last week. Go check that out. Audio is out. I don't know if
Clark Construction is the company leading the construction in the White House ballroom, which is part of the significant expansion project. Who is Clark Construction, Raj?
Shit, that's not what I was hoping you'd pull up. There's a different name for it. There was someone. Let me see. Hold on. There's a Israeli family was tied to building the ballroom is what I thought, and it was pretty much gonna be like a Mossad headquarters for in the White House, pretty much. We've been bought, man. They got us. They own us. It's over. It's fucking
headquarters. Come on.
I mean, why not, bro? We got all these Chinese police stations all over the
largest
country.
Building infrastructure companies in the United States with history back to 1906, founded by Google, by George Hyman Construction Company. Who's George Hyman? Originally a small local excavator and has grown national asset delivery company serving a wide range of sectors. From Virginia. Ooh. We know Virginia's a little sketch.
Mm-hmm. Got that episode coming out too. Dropping them, boys. We're dropping knowledge out here on these streets. The Wicked Project podcast episode just dropped. We just keep them coming. We just keep them coming for you.
So, more
90,000 square foot ballroom, an underground security complex. That's the thing we got to talk about. The security complex.
Yeah, that's why they're doing it. Has nothing.
That's what I'm saying, bro. They're putting a Mossad headquarters in there. I'm telling you, they're just dropping it right in there with our money, and that's how it's gonna work. It's overseen by the Federal Planning Agency, and this is just another push, I think, to get it done because of what happened last week with the assassination attempt. Nine.
So, did you guys see the conspiracies that the shooter was from the future?
Mm-mm.
You didn't see any of
Was it
that.
a P? Was it a P-47 or a P-52?
Not quite that far from the future. No, with the whole. Well, did you see like the painting that he had on his Twitter page? That was.
I missed it.
You didn't see any of that, Mike?
No.
Did you see any of that? The painting that was
I did
Trump.
not.
Oh my God, let me bring it up.
Yeah, pull that up. I didn't. I seen it was crazy. The one thing that's interesting is that Oz or whatever the mentalist was there. The same dude who scared the shit out of Rogan a couple weeks back.
Mm-hmm.
And he was there, doing his little magic tricks or whatever he does on Trump. And that's when the shots broke out. It was crazy to see though. Like they got JD out of there as fast as possible. They got Trump dove on top of Melania, and then whatchamacallit, they got everybody else out, but they just like left JD Vance's wife just sitting there chilling. Like he was the
Did you
first
see
one
what?
out.
Did you see who was the MMA guy? He was like, I fucking loved it.
Dana White.
He was like,
Dana.
I was taking
Dana
it all
White.
in. All right, let me search.
He's like, that was cool as shit. It was 100% all the show and actors. I believe it too. Matt Lane. It was
Yeah,
really
I
just for
agree.
a movement to really push this ballroom ahead and get that fucking. I really think for the security system that they're trying to put underneath it. That's how this shit fucking goes down. You gonna find that video in or whatever
Yeah,
you're
I'm
looking
trying
for?
to right now. Hold on.
And it was crazy too when you see like this guy running through like how slow some of the people were to actually do something about it. There was like one Secret Service dude who actually like drew his weapon quick enough to do something when he came running through the.
Yeah, but you see the very beginning of the video. I don't know how much of the video you saw, but the very beginning when the guy walks into the room, there's a cop and a dog right there looking right at him for like 15, 20 seconds. And then as soon as the cop and the dog walk out of the doorway, he bolts behind him with the shotgun and runs through the metal detector.
Damn, no, I just seen
I mean,
the
it makes no
video
sense.
right. I just seen the video of him running straight beeline down the hallway through the metal detector, and then the one like he looked like he was just like a trooper kind of thing. Just pulled out his sidearm and tried to shoot him or whatever. Now I don't know. Did he get like? I'm hearing different reports. Did the gunman get shot or no? Did we ever confirm that?
You've got
There
a
we go.
team
Hold
to
on.
pay in
Ready,
a
guys?
business.
I don't
You're gonna get flagged
Check
on
mark.
YouTube.
All right,
No,
let's
sorry.
now talk
It
about the
can't play YouTube.
wildest conspiracy theory surrounding the attempted assassination of Donald Trump at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. And this one has to do with time travel. Yes, you heard me right. Time travel. And whether it be time travelers warning us or time travelers predicting and just saying, yeah, this is what happens, or time travelers being involved, that part is unclear. But what makes this really compelling is that we've got a case of missing scientists, right? There's a lot of NASA scientists that have gone missing. They've been disappeared in one way or the other. Either they really disappeared or they have been killed. They're dead. And this kind of lines up with that story, in addition to now suddenly an assassination attempt of Donald Trump. Now, going to the missing scientists, is that some people believe, including the research that we've done on this show, that these scientists were working for space type programs, whether it be NASA or JPL, and that they were working on UFOs, UFO research. Part of UFO research involves time travel, and that is because we are really far away in space from anywhere else. And so some believe that in order to travel through space, you'd have to go through portals or, you'd have to go through something in order to get somewhere else. And that could involve time travel. So that is part of the research in the study. And time travel, we don't know if it's real, if we can even do it or not, but certainly there is a lot when it comes to time and space, and it is a whole area of study. So it's not as wacky or crazy as you think it might be to study time travel. There is a legitimate possibility of time travel if we could figure out how to bend space and time which we know is possible, but we just cannot do it. You have to move really fast in space in order to do that, faster than the speed of light. But it's theoretical that it's possible. So with that, maybe other civilizations, other groups in other parts of the universe have figured it out. Maybe they're time traveling. And maybe when they're time traveling, they're telling us some events. They're trying to tell us they're here, they're amongst us, whatever it might be. But it comes down to this tweet. So you got the missing scientist. So keep that in your mind.
Dude, the painting.
You got the disappeared scientist. Now you've got this account on Twitter from Henry Martinez. And this is what's really strange. Henry Martinez started an account in December of 2023 and posted one tweet and one tweet only. And that one tweet on December 21st of 2023 is Cole Allen. That is the only tweet that this account put out there. There it is right there. This is the only tweet.
That was the name.
Henry Martinez writes Cole Allen. And this was posted December 21st of 2023. Now look at this Twitter account. You've got this frog as the profile picture holding a champagne glass or wine glass. Looks like a champagne coup. Then you've got a strange abstract photo as the header. And you have the name Henry Martinez. And then you have one tweet, Cole Allen. Now, some people are saying, look, this is just somebody who's really savvy with computers, was able to kind of backdate this tweet, that they just did this as a hoax the other day. And now they've backdated it to December 21st of 2023. But one thing that is really bizarre in this is that you would have to, not only would you have to be good at computers and like backdating things and be able to get into Twitter's, interface and do that, but you'd also have to know about this guy, Henry Martinez. And you'd also have to know about this image that is on the header. What is this image exactly? Let me show you. This is a website called timemachine.eu.
Pay attention to this.
And they are trying to build a time machine. They are, so it's, that's what they're doing. Okay, so this is an organization that is studying time travel, time machine, and they've got this image on their header. And now you've got this tweet from 2023 saying Cole Allen, like it's somebody who's traveled in a time machine. And what's really interesting about this photograph, this image, is that according to this website, this image is supposed to be like a digitized, it's supposed to be a digitized like rendering of something like of history is kind of what they're saying. Like this is a, it's meant to capture history and it's supposed to be this digitized version. And this is what people are showing, what they think this digitized image, which was published before the Butler incident. This was published October 28th of 2021. And the Butler assassination attempt in Pennsylvania, the iconic assassination attempt, was July 13th of 2024. And this is what people say it looks like after it's been digitized. Watch this. It's happening. Just keep looking. Look at that. So people are saying this looks like that iconic photograph, turned into this kind of abstract, which is supposed to.
Fuck, it's wild, dude.
Now you see it,
the
right?
whole point of this painting is supposed to be like a digitized version of history to capture history.
Is that like an illusion thing?
But really, it captured the future, which now is history. And it published this in October of 2021. So what do you think? I mean, do you think that image looks like Trump? Now, some people are saying, actually, this image looks like Trump. But you notice that there's actually the whole...
Oh, my gosh.
Can you see it there? It looks... Let me see if I can pull it up. That there's that hole, and it's going through the center of his head, not his ear. But see, there's like that kind of strange dot right there. And they're saying that's like the gunshot wound that, went through his head, but obviously it didn't. So I don't know, I mean, okay, so there's that aspect of this, that this website time.
I'm going to pause it there. What do you think, Raj?
That's wild. I'm just wondering if it was an illusion or what, but now that I see that visual is crazy. That's crazy.
Mike, you saw that, right? Already? I don't know if you can hear me.
Wow.
You're bad, Mike. You're badly broke up. But yeah, it's
Dude.
wild, man. It's fucking crazy. I don't know, man. I don't know what is going on. I don't know what to believe.
I think, and it's crazy too because of the time traveling thing. When you go back to Tesla and Trump's family with the time travel, because his uncle's the one who took the documents from Tesla, his time traveling documents. He's the one that went into the house
That's true.
and took those. So that's an interesting factor. Maddie Lane says he's been telling he thinks Barron Trump will be president by 2050. I don't see why not. I don't see why not. Nephilim. That dude's a Nephilim. He's like 6'8", 6'9".
Yeah, he is. He's a giant
Monster.
He's a giant.
But
All right, final current event before we sign off, Rob.
hit
Final
it. Hit
current
it. This is your thing. You put me onto this, so go ahead.
I mean, I'm getting a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie. I'm getting a little nervous because I'm seeing
We're gonna get locked down again.
I'm seeing some familiar shit, bro. I'm seeing some cruises. I'm seeing some cruises not being able to come back home.
There's one stuck out on the Atlantic right now, just trapped
supposedly this virus was always can only you were able to get it through mouse droppings, whether you inhaled them or
and it only usually transferred through mice, never to humans.
Right. Now there's I don't know if the government or somebody changed the strain up, but now there is I'm going to play this one clip.
Sorry, it's probably up a couple from some of the shit I sent you.
Yeah, no, we're good. I sent it to the chaos, so it's probably down here. This is the one right here. This is scary, man. This is really scary. And the problem is it's now been detected on the cruise, South Africa, and I believe somebody died in England. So
there's been like 3 or 4 deaths I think I've seen from it.
Yeah. But this is creepy. This kind of explains
this
how
is what they want, though. This is what they want, man. Buckle up, you'll be all right.
Possible causes for the cruise ship hantavirus outbreak. One is common, but the other is terrifying. Okay, let me use some substance. There were 150 people on this cruise, and it all starts in Argentina. They leave Argentina April 11th. The first person passes away on the ship. They said it was a respiratory infection. He passed away. Then on April 24th, the body of that person was disembarked at St. Helena. But then on April 26th in South Africa, a second person passes away after leaving the ship at the airport. May 2nd, a third person passes away. May 3rd, they're parked in Cape Verde. That ship's going nowhere. So here's why people are extremely worried. So the hantavirus affects you through infected rodents, and it's not contagious. They didn't find any rodents on the ship, not a single one. Enter the Andes virus. The antivirus is a subclade of the hantavirus, and it is the only hantavirus that can be spread from person to person. Super spreader. Causes hantavirus pulmonary syndrome, a severe respiratory illness with a high fatality rate. They all had respiratory illnesses. Now remember I said they started in Argentina? That's where the virus comes from. It derives from the Andes Mountains. So the way this virus works is it doesn't activate for 1 to 2 weeks. Kind of like this timeline. Now, this virus is spread through droplets and from coughing, sneezing, touching things. And like I said, in South Africa on April 26th, that lady passed away in the airport. A lot of people in an airport. So now the WHO is going to evacuate everyone slowly because there's still 5 people that are sick, and then take the boat to Spain to inspect it. This is a nightmare. This could be quite the event. Not going to lie, I'm concerned. There are only
all right, now watch this one. This is my man Maverick. This is crazy. There's a lot of
he's always got dropping knowledge.
It's wild.
And away we go. So you guys, this Dutch cruise ship has a virus outbreak, a virus called hantavirus. And as always, I have questions because I think I've seen this movie before. Here's the rundown. A few people have died from the hantavirus on this cruise ship, including a 70-year-old Dutch man who died on April 11th. Then his wife dies just a few days later in a South African airport when she collapsed, which even now they sent in a hazmat team to evacuate the ship. But I want everybody to be very aware of what's happening because there's some very eerie parallels. Now, what is the hantavirus, you ask? It is a collection of viruses carried by rodents through their feces that is deadly to humans. Now, listen up. This part is important. They also state that it causes a severe respiratory illness that has a fatality rate up to 50%. Respiratory illness, huh? You guys remember that one time where that respiratory illness was running rampant in 2020 and a very famous wife and husband caught it to kick everything off? It's just a coincidence, right? You mean to tell me another famous couple just last year was involved with the same virus, hantavirus, where Gene Hackman's wife died of the same virus? So the first guy who died on the ship with the hantavirus died on April 11th. That's the same date the Titanic set sail at the point of no return. Now, the World Health Organization is stepping up to respond to the hantavirus because the wife of the guy who died, she dies in a South African airport, but before she took a flight to Johannesburg with 82 other people. Wait, hold up. You mean the same World Health Organization that's mentioned in the Epstein files for preparing for a pandemic states here to an email to Epstein saying, please find a draft agenda for the meeting on preparing for a pandemic as requested. Let's discuss next steps. For example, how to officially involve the WHO and the International Committee of the Red Cross. Best regards. I hope we can pull this off. What? Now, yes, they could be on one hand talking about COVID, but I always say COVID was a precursor to something bigger. Now, the WHO urges all those passengers on that flight with the wife who died in South Africa on April 25th to contact them immediately concerning the hantavirus. And if that's not weird enough, back in 2024, Moderna and a Korean university co-developed a hantavirus vaccine. How convenient. States here that they had a full-scale collaboration with the vaccine center at the Korean University College of Medicine to develop an mRNA-based hantavirus vaccine. And it's all interesting timing for travel in general. Spirit Airlines went out of business. You have Delta canceling food and drink service, canceling thousands of flights. It's almost like they want us to just stay put. I did a bigger breakdown on YouTube, so make sure you guys go check that out.
Oh yeah, go check him out, Maverick, man. Maverick Approach.
Absolutely.
He drops knowledge.
I mean, it's if there ever really was, we know COVID wasn't as bad as they were trying to scare us as they were saying it was.
Right.
But imagine if something ever came out where it was like a 50% death rate, like you got it, like there's like half the people die that get it.
Mm-hmm.
Like that would be fuck, dude. That would be crazy.
People wouldn't be leaving their house, dude.
Literally.
People would not leave their house and hopefully survive on as long as they could on what they had. And I mean, think about it. If you got kids and shit, you ain't letting your kid go out. You ain't letting your kid go do nothing, go see their friends, any of that. You know, the fucking little germ spreaders.
But here's the thing. Here's the problem: is after we were kind of duped with COVID, people would be like, "This ain't nothing. There's whatever. Come on, I ain't gonna wear a mask. I ain't gonna do that." And they're gonna go. It's like the boy who cried wolf. And they go out there. That's what I'm saying. What if it really was something bad and there was something with a huge death rate, huge, super spreader and the whole nine.
It's weird that the Gene Hackman tie-in. That's what his wife died from and all that too. Yeah. They said that house was infested though, so I don't know. It's something to keep an eye on going forward for sure.
Yeah, it's creepy, dude. My shit is so dusty. I need to dust my whole fucking room here.
Clean it up, man. It's because you're hitting your vape in there and shit. That's why you gotta dust them off all the time. My shit spotless over here. Smoke-free environment, dog.
Yeah, right.
Sure. Yeah, like a little bit of dust on the microphone, but we'll be all right. But no, man. Good episode, and we'll bust out of here. Florida Mike having technical difficulties. Got to get some internet issues. He's got to get a Starlink is what he needs, man. If we lie on Elon, he's blaming it on the chemtrails. I think it's because all the shit he talked about Bill Gates and his bioengineered food. That they shut down his Wi-Fi, so now he's on the dial-up. But appreciate everybody tuning in. Fun episode. Check us out, Conspiracy Chaos. Check us out, wecandoitshop.com/conspiracy chaos, where you can find our merch. We got some dope merch up on there right now. Let me show you something real quick. Gotcha. Boom.
Bigfoot's real and he knows the game. Conspiracy chaos, where the truth gets wild. From pyramids to lizard kings in exile. They hide it all, but we pull the thread. So buckle up tight, it's all in your head. Conspiracy chaos, where the truth gets wild. From pyramids to lizard kings in exile. They hide it all, but we pull the thread. So buckle up tight, it's all in your head.
We can do a chop.com/conspiracy chaos if you're looking for some chaos merch. And then also for some dope artwork, like you see here behind me. We got the Homer Simpson with the booze and then the cannabis. There's a bunch of different options on there. Keepitchili.com, at Chili Millie on Instagram. Use promo code chaos15. Doesn't never work.
Keep it chill. Hey, yo, it's keepitchili.com, baby. Yo, it's keepitchili.com, baby. Baby. Hey, yo, it's keepitchili.com, baby. I'm talking the Simpsons, Ninja Turtles, SpongeBob. Break it back, yo, all that shit. Yo, it's
Keepitchili.com. Use promo code chaos15. But yeah, we'll be back. We got episodes dropping every Wednesday. Every Wednesday, episodes dropping, mixing in some lives. Make sure you hit the alert button on the live if you're watching or listening or watching on YouTube on the replay. So that way you're notified when we go lives. Wednesday nights we'll be going lives. Wednesday nights you'll get a live episode out of us, or unless something wild happens, we'll give you a current event bonus episode. But every Wednesday morning, check us out, Conspiracy Chaos, and all social media and all podcast platforms. We'll catch you next week. Peace.
Sir, peace.
This is Conspiracy Chaos. Truth, fiction, or both? Let's dive in.